Mkhwebane has known about a proposed motion to remove her from office since 2020, and the parliamentary probe into her fitness to hold office finally got underway in July 2022. However, she tried to stop the process by applying for an urgent High Court interdict in April. Mkhwebane also wanted the authorization of the Section 194 committee to be declared unconstitutional and invalid. In the same breath, Mkhwebane wanted President Cyril Ramaphosa's intention to suspend her to be declared unconstitutional and invalid. The public protector maintained that she is being victimized as Ramaphosa is conflicted in the matter following investigations against him, but this was opposed by other parties.
And if the requisite majority of the National Assembly thereupon resolves that she be removed, part of which is a foregone conclusion, the evidence hasn't been yet, not one word of evidence has been brought. There's a lot of water to flow under the bridge in this constitutionally ordained, mandated, or it's mandated since required process. There are two big ifs there. If she's found guilty and if there's a resolution adverse to her by the requisite majority, then she may seek judicial review of that decision.
Not that the President is immunised from any kind of judicial scrutiny on this, but that the threshold is a very high one. And it's one that the public protector has manifestly failed to meet on evidence.
In the same month, the Constitutional Court dismissed Mkhwebane's rescission application challenging Parliament's removal rules, paving the way for the Section 194 inquiry to begin its work. Mkhwebane was suspended by the President in June. She then sought to challenge her suspension, arguing Ramaphosa took the decision as she was investigating him on, amongst others, the storage and theft of foreign currency at his Phala Phala game farm.
Why did it take the public protector writing 31 questions on the 7th of June to do with the Phala Phala scandal for the President to be triggered to act on the 9th prematurely?
However, the President had given Mkhwebane more than 2 months to explain why she shouldn't be suspended.
And there, Justices, we say in the first place that she provides no facts before the court to demonstrate that her suspension has impeded the Phala Phala investigation in any way whatsoever, or that it's affected the investigation negatively.
The DA, which brought the impeachment motion against Mkhwebane, has argued that if Mkhwebane is not suspended from office, she may intimidate witnesses.
It could never be an appropriate remedy because the high watermark of the public protector's case is not that the wrong decision was made, it's that the decision was made by the wrong person. Now, if this court accepts that, then the remedy is to ensure that the decision is made by the right person. Whether that's the Deputy President, whether it's someone delegated by the President, I don't know, but it's got to be made by somebody else. And in the meantime, it would be catastrophic, not just in general, but for the Phala Phala investigation in particular, if the public protector could go back.
In October, the High Court declared Mkhwebane's suspension by Ramaphosa invalid, but this ruling would have to be confirmed by the Constitutional Court as it related to the President's conduct. Mkhwebane then appealed the High Court's referral of its ruling to the ConCourt, but this was dismissed in November. The validity of Mkhwebane's suspension is still pending a ruling from the ConCourt, as Ramaphosa and the DA are challenging the High Court's ruling. As all the legal cases were ensuing, Mkhwebane was facing a parliamentary inquiry. Even there, she lodged various applications questioning the impartiality of the inquiry, delaying the process of the inquiry. Firstly, she lodged a recusal application against the chairperson, Qubutile Janji, and DA MP Kevin Milem, who is the husband of the complainant, DAMP Natasha Mazun. This recusal application was dismissed as being meritless.
I have decided not to recuse myself. I repeat, I have decided not to recuse myself. I do so in the belief that the PP has failed to establish any grounds upon which it can be said that I'm biased or that any of my conduct may give rise to an appreciation of bias. I'm satisfied for the reasons set out below that there is no basis for me to stop discharging the important public function with which I've been charged.
I reject the idea that I am a member of a member and or that I am unable to think independently and impartially on this or any other matter. I do not take instruction from Honourable Mazoni in regard to this matter, and we do not discuss it in any detail whatsoever.
Mkhwebane has given notice that she will challenge the dismissal of this recusal application in court. As the inquiry was proceeding to hear witnesses, Mkhwebane lodged another removal application against the evidence leaders, advocates Nazarene Bauer and Numisa Mayosi. Her gripe is that the evidence leaders were not fair.
So even a prosecutor, their duty is not to secure a conviction, but the conduct of these evidence leaders has been that their duty is to secure a finding of guilt against the public protector. So they have not even met even if they were being charged by the standard of prosecutors, they would have failed, let alone even the higher standard of evidence leader.
The removal application of the evidence leaders was also dismissed.
Basically 10 of them out of that 12. There was unanimity on the issue of this application of the public protector not meeting any threshold, bears no relevance to the work that we're doing, and that there's no way that we can accede to it, and therefore that this application must be dismissed and rejected.
With all the delays and court cases that have hampered the work of the committee, the Section 194 inquiry is also mindful that Mkhwebane's term of office ends in October next year. The inquiry envisages finalizing its investigation by March. Bulelani Phillip, SABC News.